Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got round 5 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Excuse me. Dear. A bit thick there. Yeah, so live from Autopolis tonight, the Japanese circuit. I'm not sure if we're on the right circuit. Here we go. So yeah, it's been changed to the actual short version. So 2 races again. Got a 15-minute quali. Then we jump into the first 15-minute race, and then directly after that, well, a few minutes break, we'll jump into the second race of the evening, reverse grid, and that will be a 30-minute. So we have actually got joint lobbies tonight. We've got the pros and the pro-ams joining forces tonight. We've got a few low numbers in both lobbies, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame. I know we've got 2 on a race ban this week for inappropriate behaviour last week. I won't be naming names. And looks like Burnt Fry is not able to make race 1, nor is Potter McPot. So both of those guys possibly rejoining for race 2. Let's have a quick look who's in the lobby already. We've got Cutler, NGR Bigsy. Oh dear, time change. Let's try that again. So we've got Cutler, we've got Pav, we've got Bigsy, Ollie O'Neill, Luke Doherty, Wales, Simon O'Neill, Conrad. We've got Dan BL, one of the drivers from the Mini Challenge UK series, along with Simon O'Neill actually. Thunderat as well, Blackwell 411, another of the Mini Challenge drivers. So Boomula 74, Pro Am. Carter Boy Pro, Graham Reed's Pro Am, who's that just switched around and disappeared off my radar. No, people just hopping around. I think I've got everyone. Carter Boy, Graham Reed's, Boomula, Blackwell, Dan, Simon, Luke, Ollie, Pav, Cutler, Thunderat, Bigsy and myself. Like I say, I think we are expected to get a couple of extra drivers for race 2. Awkward little track this one. I would have a track map. Oh, I've got a track map, but it is all numbers. So it's going to be turn 1, the kink, turn 2, the sort of the double apex left into the hairpin, round the squiggly bit and onto the final straight. That's pretty much going to be it. I'm not going to be reading out numbers all night for you lot. So 13 in the room. Let's hope Potter McPot and Burnt Fry can join us for race 2. Let's get ourselves on track and go and have a look at this qualifying session then. Who's first man out on track? Luke Doherty, Wales. So no hot laps currently. He is just coming round to the... Let me turn some gubbins on for you lot. Keyboard options on. Yeah, they're all on. Why don't you let me change? There we go. So onto the start finish straight then. We'll stick with Luke Doherty, Wales. We'll go for a lap on board. Big long start finish straight. You might see 1 or 2 overtakes down here. The first corner is an absolute nightmare. It just drops off down a hill as you come to it. Just here, look, it's blind, and then there it is. So you've got to make sure you get that line right. Easy to run wide through there. Got to know that corner really well to get maximum potential out of it. So down through the little kink, then down this next little straight, hard on the brakes, into this 90-degree right. A little bit of power, just easing off through this double apex left-hander. Stamp on the power again just before this hairpin, hard on the brakes down into second gear. Back on the power again then. So heading all the way down towards this long left-hander. Can be a little bit difficult in GR4s. You just have to lift a little bit in the minis as well. So going around there in 5th gear, just having to lift off the throttle to settle the car. So down along this long back straight, then little kink into this, oh apologies, I thought we were going around the hairpin, so into the final turn. The big right hander through the little kink left and back onto the start finish straight. It does peel off left just at the point where it comes back onto the start finish straight for a great big hairpin. So that's a lap of Autopolis in Japan. So Luke Doherty just rolling himself out of the way. He's currently on a 1:16.9, so let's go and see what everyone else has got. Currently fastest man out on track. Pav 46, 117.1 puts himself up into second place. Ollie O'Neill third, 117.3. Carter Boy is on a 117.3 as well. Simon O'Neill on a 117.6. Conrad Racing 120.1. A little bit off the pace at the minute. Dan Butcher Lord on a 121.1. Zach Blackwell on a 121.4. Graham Reed's on a 122.0. So it's not a track that a lot of people race, I don't think, Autopolis or Autopolis, depending how you want to look at it or say it. Cutler down in 10th at the minute, 130.6. So struggling a little bit. Thunder Rat's yet to put a hot lap in, as has Boomular, as has Bigsy. I hope I'm saying your name right. Boomular. Not quite sure. So Luke then, not doing a bad job. He's about 0.2 of a second quicker than Pav currently. Gaining a bit of a tow from Ollie O'Neill down this start-finish straight as well. That'll benefit his lap times. Oh, Ollie O'Neill run himself a bit wide through turn one. Exactly what I was saying. It's an awkward corner to get right. Another purple sector there for Luke Doherty. I'll stick with him. So the lap's not actually that long. They do always pick the shorter courses for these minis. It does make for some really good battling. So Luke Doherty running a little bit deep through there. So he's had his gap reduced. Simon O'Neill's gone quicker. Let's just see what he's got as he comes down across this next timing line. So he's slower now, losing a bit of time in the middle sector. So yeah, Simon O'Neill putting in a 117.0 then, closing that gap up on Luke Doherty Wales, although Luke Doherty has just gone a little bit quicker. With a 116.894, so another 10th quicker than Simon O'Neill. Carter Boy, I was going to say Carter Boy had just been pushed up into third, but Pav's just been round and put a 116.9 in. Second driver to get under the 117s. So, what am I talking about? Simon O'Neill is not a real world racing driver from the Mini Challenge UK Cup. He is Ollie's dad. I forget, I was thinking of Simon Hillary, who's races in the Mini Challenge UK. So we're currently sitting in fourth though, Dad. He's not doing bad, a little bit of a penalty, so got to lose that. Might affect this lap. Ollie O'Neill currently in fifth. Cutler's got a bit quicker than 118.0, that puts him up into sixth position. Big C sitting out the end of quali as he seems to. Conrad in 8th, 118.3. We've got Dan in 9th with a 121, so just struggling around Autopolis a little bit. Like I say, it's an awkward track, and not one that's on the calendar very often. I quite like it myself. Thunder Rat in 10th with a 121.0, so he's not managed to better that 121. Oh, there's that Cutler getting a bit off-road there, side by side with Blackwell through the final turn. And Blackwell puts his fastest lap of the race, the qualifying in, 121.3. Graham Reed's in 11th, he's on a 121.7. Boomular 74 just sitting this one out at the minute in the pits. No hot lap on the board from him. I think he has got one. Pav's now put a stormer in, 116.7, so that chucks him on pole position. 10th quicker than Luke Doherty. So Carter Boy holding on to that third with 117.009. Simon Simon O'Neill's only just behind him, 1:17.021. Ollie O'Neill's 0.3 of a second back from his dad, 1:17.331. Cut the back out on the track, 6th position. His lap time not showing up on screen there. He's still sitting this one out. Conrad unable to beat that 1:18.3. I say that, he just crosses the line with the 1:18.277. That chucks him past Bigsy up into 7th. So Dan still holds on to 9th. He's got Conrad racing, just peeling through the inside of that turn there. Thunderrat still holding 10th. Yeah, he's not managed to beat those 121s. Zach Blackwell 121s as well. Graham Reeds, he's on a 121.7. Boumilar back out the pits, but again no hot lap and sitting at the back of the pits as it back of the grid as it is at the minute. So 9 minutes into this quali, 15-minute quali, and then a 15-minute race. I'll go give the Chewitt Racing family some love as well. Go hit them up on Facebook. I will put links in the description below. I know I've been slack, I know. Ollie O'Neill's put a stormer in, 1:16.8. That chucks him up into 2nd place. Don't beat your dad, you'll be going to bed early. So that pushes Luke all the way down into 3rd at the minute with that 1:16.8. I bet he thought he was quite comfortable with that. 0.3 of a second slower, nearly 0.4 of a second slower than Pav's time in current pole position. So different settings between the pros and the Pro-Am. So you will see the Pro boys kind of putting faster laps in. So the Pavs are putting the 1:16.5s in. So Pav's Pro, Ollie's Pro, Luke Doherty is Pro, Carter Boy is Pro, Simon O'Neill is Pro, NGR Cutler is Pro, Conrad is Pro, Bigsy is Pro. So they're all sitting in the sort of 1:18s. And the Pro-Ams we start with the sort of 1:21s with Dan. So not that far off the pace then. I did actually forget about the Ryan, it has been a while, mate. How you doing? Yes, it's Boumilar. Okay, pronounced it correct. Boumilar, yeah, I thought it was. So yeah, these are all the Pro-Am boys, with Dan currently leading the way for the Pro-Ams with that 1:21. Thunderrat with a 1:21.097, not that far back from Dan. Zach Blackwell on that 1:21.1, so they're running slightly different brake horsepowers. The cars weigh the same, but the Pro-Ams are running 150 brake, and the Pro boys are running 220 brake. So that's why there's big discrepancies within these times. Boumilar, just been talking about. Let's stick with him, see what he puts in. A little red just flashed up by his time there, so he's behind his the fastest lap. Let's see what he's got as he comes across the line. Puts in a 1:22.4, so still sits at the back of the pack. So Pav has gone even quicker, 1:16.5 there. So O'Neill has gone a little bit quicker, 1:16.8. Luke Doherty Wales has also gone quicker, 1:16.880, so 7,000th behind Ollie O'Neill currently on lap times. Carter Boy in 4th. Simon O'Neill 5th, only 3 minutes left of this quali. Conrad racing in 6th, Bigsy sitting the end of the quali out in the pits. I think this might be his pre-race cigarette ritual. So Dan leading the Pro-Ams then, 1:21.0. So yeah, about 2.5 seconds back from Bigsy. I say, just down to the different brake horsepower. As I say, Dan being one of the Mini Challenge Series drivers, some of the real world drivers from the Mini Challenge UK Series, they've decided to join us on the sim racing platforms by Next Gen and Gran Turismo, and they joined us for Tuesday nights Mini Challenge Series. with Blackwell 411, or Zach Blackwell, sorry, apologies. Another one of the Mini Challenge Series drivers. I believe that's his own clothing company as well, Sheer. So anyone into, I believe it's mountain biking as well, downhill mountain biking, which I am actually into. Not so much now, I'm getting a bit old. But yes, I was into all the race jerseys and that sort of stuff. Potter McPot has joined the room. Is he going to be able to get a qualifying lap in? I think he's managed to get his kids down to bed. I believe that's the reason he's who's that off track? Graham Reed's just hanging off. Yeah, I think Potter's got the kids this weekend, therefore he's been struggling to race. Possibly able to get the kids down and to sleep before race 1 begins. Like I say, he might not get a lot of time to put a qualifying lap in. Let's see if he's even in the lobby. He's not joined yet. Pav still comfortable on pole at the minute. Nobody threatening him just yet. He's got about 0.4 of a second gap over Ollie O'Neill at the minute. We are into the last minute of this qualifying, so whoever crosses the line in the next sort of 30 seconds will possibly get another lap in. Only then will we know who's where on the grid. So Pav holding out on that P1 then. Ollie O'Neill second, Luke Doherty third. A little bit of a purple blip next to his name. He's got the final turn to go. Maybe a little bit deep through there. So no fuel or tyre wear in race 1. So not able to go quicker. Right, let me just whip me jacket off as I'm getting a bit warm. Right. Boy holding 4th then. We have gone over the 15-minute qualifying time, so I would expect to see NGR Cutler finish his lap and then start ghosting out. Just comes around this final turn now then. Actually driving one of the Chewitt Racing liveries is Cutler. So he holds 6th position. Is leading the way. Ollie O'Neill 2nd, Luke Doherty 3rd, Carter Boy 4th, Simon O'Neill 5th, NGR Cutler in 6th, Conrad Racing 7th and Bigsy in 8th. That's your rundown of the pros in this lobby. And then from 9th downward it's the Pro-Am, so we've got Dan Butcher Lord in 9th, Thunderrat in 10th. Awkward little pit entrance, I had a bit of an experience with that a couple of weeks ago. Zach Blackwell 411 in 11th, Graham Reed in 12th and Boomilar in 13th. So he's Cutler, he's not ghosting out just yet. Looks like he's going to try and sneak another lap in. He's not actually got a hot lap on the board there. Just drives through a ghosting Dan. So 118.2 then for Cutler. That seems to be there we go, the hazards are on, the ghosting has begun, therefore he will start to press all the buttons to get this race underway. Conrad Racing just doing a bit of off-roading there. Pav then having a good race last week. Results in race 1, I believe 3rd in race 1, taking the win in race 2. Currently holding pole position, so there we go, the final has been started. Holding pole position in race 1 tonight, like I say, 15 minutes. Let's see who wins out on this one. So the lobbies are set up, even though it's got the Pro and the Pro-Ams. It wouldn't have mattered even if the pro guys were, the Pro-Ams were running any faster than any of the pros, they would all start at the back. any argy-bargy the pro boys come through in their slightly quicker cars down towards sort of turn 1. So you will see the top sort of 6 or 7 pull away a little bit off the line. So we've got the lights on, the revs are up, wait for those to drop. All exit. Okay, not sure what's going on here. Cutler's telling everyone to leave. Okay, Cutler's saying reset the grid. Alright, so we'll come out and we'll try again. Right, so I'm not sure if we just have 1 or 2 people out of position there on the grid. So evening to everyone watching. Yeah, I've been a bit slack. The old computer's looking pretty poorly at the minute, so I'm streaming direct via PS4 tonight. No snazzy intros, no snazzy scoreboards and stuff for you lot tonight. Back to basics. So a few of these drivers getting themselves back on track then. They are going to have to reset grid order. Put a pot in the lobby now, so looking to put a bit of a lap in before the race actually starts. Like I say, he's just managed to get the kids down and asleep before race 1 started. Joined the lobby, but not quite able to get in into the race before it started, unfortunately. So Cutler just giving him a bit of a chance here. Yeah, if we were maybe 3 laps in, 4 laps in, I don't think Potter would have stood a chance. So. Yeah, off the start line like that, that's not too much of a bigger deal. Nobody had sort of made any positions up. But apart from the fact that the whole grid had driven past NGR Cutler, but for the right reasons. Looking to restart the race to get Potter McPot in. Also helps bolster the numbers. Like I say, we are expecting burn fry, I think, for race 2. Which, if everyone sticks around, should make a full lobby. So Potter McPotland's done his out lap, just his hot lap to go. Thunder Rat and Powerful out on track as well, getting a couple of little sneaky laps in. See what Potter's got as he comes across the line. See if he is able to do a 1 lap wonder. Chuck himself on pole position. So just this final turn to go and the little kink. How does he put himself, Potter? On 17.4. So not bad, I would say. That's probably Carter Boy, Luke Doherty territory. So midfield in the pros probably. Luke Doherty band. Hopefully the race is clean this week. Fingers crossed. Yep. I'm not saying anything about that. That's not my place. But yeah, there was a 1 or 2 little bits of shenanigans last week we don't like to see on track. Hopefully, as Luke says, hopefully it all stays a bit pro-am moving roadblocks. Yeah, well, you know, that's why we try and put you guys at the back off the grid. Potter McPot then testing the off-road capabilities of his Mini. So Potter then, does he get the chance to do a couple of little practice starts? He does. Slamming the brakes on then just before the race actually starts. He gets 1 practice start in and 1 practice lap. That's it for Potter McPot. So, grid order. Pav holding P1. Simon O'Neill second, Ollie third, Luke fourth, Carter Boy fifth, Cutler in sixth, Conrad in seventh, Bigsy eighth, Potter in ninth, Dan in 10th. Where they all gone now? Dan in 10th, Zach Blackwell 411 in 11th, Thunder at 12th, Graham Reed's 13th, Boomular 14th, and that's your lot. So the lights have dropped, they're away. It's a clean start this time, no call for a restart, that's good. So Pav currently leading the pack. He's got Ollie O'Neill for company. Bert Fry's joined the room. Bert Fry, you're 15 seconds too late. We'll never know though, but Pav leading the way. Ollie in second, Carter Boy in third. Luke Doherty, Wales, battling it out with Carter Boy as they run down this straight. So nice and clean through there. Saigon Runway, Conrad into fifth then, Cutler sixth, Simon O'Neill seventh, Potter McPot eighth, making a couple of places up already. He's up into seventh actually. Looking to get past NGR Cutler for that sixth position. He's still got to run around the outside of Simon O'Neill then. Simon managing to get through there, past Cutler as well. Potter McPot then down the inside of Simon O'Neill through the long left-hander. It does say 6 above his car at the minute. Simon will have the inside line into the next turn. Potter McPot will have, oh no, it's not the hairpin, it's the right-hander, not the left-hander. So a good battle brewing here as they head up towards this final turn. Bigsy trying to dive down the inside, just a car coming a bit unstable under braking there as he had to slam the brakes on so hard. So Potter McPot, Simon O'Neill still battling this one out down the start-finish straight. Cutler and Bigsy right there with him, really close between the pros and the pro-ams. We've got Dan leading the way in 10th, Blackwell 411 in 11th, Thunderat in 12th. Those top three of the pro-ams starting to make a little bit of a break from Graham Reed's and Boomular in 13th and 14th. They're still pretty close though, still within slipstream range as well. So back up to the front then, Pav 46 pulled 0.8 of a second gap over Ollie O'Neill currently. Carter Boys just over half a second back. Luke Doherty Wales putting the pressure on him. Potter McPot then up into 5th place, trying to make the most of race 1. So no tyre or fuel in this one, it is medium tyres only, so not quite as grippy as the softs. But yeah, slowly closing in on that pack in front. 1.7 currently. He's got a second over Simon O'Neill in 6th. Simon O'Neill actually under a bit of pressure from Cutler as they come around this final turn. Looks like Potter's run himself a bit deep through there. Slowed him down a little bit. Yeah, he's lost 0.2 of a second, nearly 0.3 of a second to Luke Doherty. So getting that final turn wrong for Potter. He has only had one lap round here before jumping on, so that's not too bad. So Pav still leading. He's got a second over Ollie O'Neill now. Ollie O'Neill's been closed up by Carter Boy and Luke Doherty Wales, so 2, 3 and 4 starting to come a bit close. So Potter McPot holding on to that 5th then, losing a bit more time to Luke Doherty in front. Simon O'Neill in 6th. He's managed to fend off Cutler and Bigsy for the last couple of laps. He's got a little bit of breathing room at the minute as well, about half a second. Bigsy and Cutler always seem to be pretty close together on these tracks. Conrad racing in 9th. Then we jump to the Pro-Ams. We've got Blackwell taking a lunge for the lead, up into 10th then for Zach Black. Taking the lead of the Pro-Ams off of Dan there. Little flash of the lights for Dan. Hope it was all clean. Nice tight line there through for Zach Blackwell. Different line for Dan through the little kink. So Boomular's up into 12th. He's got past Thunderat and Graham Reed's. Not sure if Thunderat has been off track. Let's see if we can get a bit of a close-up of his car. Come on. Why won't you let me do that? Damn you, game. Doesn't seem to be a lot of damage on that. Maybe just running it wide through one of the turns there. Graham Reed's now at the back of the pack, unfortunately. So currently holding 14th, trying to chase down Thunderat in front. He's got 1.5 seconds to try and make up. He's got 10 minutes to do it. So we'll jump back to the start of this race, the front of this race. So with Pav, he's still got pulled a little bit more of a gap over second place. So it was a second, he's got 1.2 at the minute. Ollie O'Neill still holding that second place. Luke Doherty Wales has got past Carter Boy, then into third. Carter Boy fourth, still big gap back to Potter McPot. He's got 3 seconds deficit now to try and make up. Conrad Racing's left the room, not sure what's happened there. So we've got Big Z. Big Z's made his way through. He's got himself past Simon O'Neill. Cutler unfortunately hasn't been able to do that, so out of the fight with Big Z at the minute, trying to pile the pressure on Simon O'Neill for that 7th position. So Blackwell 411 then coming under a repeat attack from Dan, and Dan sneaking through into P1 then. Why was that? Why did Zach slow down? No damage to his car or anything like that. Maybe a slight coming together with these boys, just giving the place back. I don't know, I didn't see it. But that pushes Dan up to 9th, Zach Blackwell into 10th, Bubular in 11th, Thunderat in 12th. Big gaps developing in the Pro-Ams. Graham Reed's losing a bit more time to Thunderat in 13th, losing Conrad Racing as well. So Pav then extending out front. He's got 1.5 seconds over Ollie O'Neill now. Ollie O'Neill coming under loads of pressure from Luke Doherty. Has Luke Doherty got enough pace on him to get the move done into turn 1? It's an awkward corner, like I say. Ollie O'Neill could be compromised on the exit. Not quite, he's held his line well. Luke's not able to make turn 1 work for him. Just got to be careful from the attack from Carter Boy behind him as well. Pot losing a bit more time, 3.8 seconds back. He's gaining time over the 6th place NGR Big Z. He's got 3 seconds to back to Big Z. Losing a bit of time through there. Simon O'Neill slowly closing in on Big Z as well. NGR Cutler losing more time to these drivers. He's now 6 seconds back. So sitting in last of the pros at the minute is NGR Cutler. So Dan then still leading the Pro-Ams. These real-world drivers do seem to have a bit of an advantage over the sim racers, although Bubular's slowly closing in, back in on them. He did have to make his way past Graham Reeds and Thunderat. So once he got 3 seconds to try and make up on Zach Blackwell in front. We'll come back and see what his the gap is in a couple of laps' time. So Pav's gap up to 2 seconds. Evening, Smoker, Burnbright, called me you then. Evening, mate. Yeah, you just missed out on race 1 by about 15 seconds, mate. I think they just got through turn 1, and I saw you enter the lobby. So a bit of a shame. And they had literally just peeled off the lights when we went for a restart because Potter had joined. So you're very, very unlucky, my friend. So Pav extending his lead then, 2.3 seconds. Luke Doherty's up into 2nd. Ollie O'Neill's had a bit of a mare. He's pushed himself down into 4th then. Carter Boy making the move through into 3rd as well. So Ollie O'Neill losing out a little bit at the minute. Just over halfway through this race, plenty of time left. So Big Z has put in a flyer. He's managed to get himself past Potter McPot. Although it does look like Potter McPot's got it wrong at some point, losing masses of time. He was only 3 seconds back from Ollie O'Neill in front. Big Z's now 7 seconds back, so it looks like Potter's made the mistake and just dropped back past Big Z. But he's got Big Z to get past. He's got to worry about Simon O'Neill behind him as well. Simon O'Neill actually closing in on Potter McPot at the minute. Potter is closing the gap a little bit on Bigsy, but again he's just got to be careful of that attack from behind from Simon. And the big gap back to Cutler, 6.2 seconds. So Dan now got a big old gap back to Zach, 1.8 seconds. There's a bit of work to do for Zach then to get back into the slipstream. Likely going to come under increased pressure from Boumilar. He's got 1.5 seconds to try and make up. Thunderrat in 12th then, nearly 3 seconds back from Boumilar. And then Graham Reed's 6.7 back. So maybe just struggling in this track a little bit for Graham. Like I say, it's not one of the race tracks that's on the calendar very often for any sort of race format, so not one that people would have possibly got a lot of practice laps on. But while we've been talking, Pab still holding the lead. Luke Doherty has put in an absolute stormer, fastest lap of the race at a 1:16.3 on lap 3. 2.5 second he's got to try and make up on Pav in front, but he has made a bit of a break from Carter Boy and Ollie O'Neill. I think he's got about 1.5 seconds gap, nearly 2 seconds now. So Luke Doherty putting all the work in now to try and close that gap back up on Pav in front. Still at 2.6 seconds, just losing another tenth there. So out of slipstream range at the minute. He's gained another tenth throughout those couple of turns. Cleanly through the final sector. Yeah, just not able to close up on Pav in front, unfortunately. So Carter Boy losing a little bit more time to Luke Doherty in front, still coming under pressure from Ollie O'Neill. Potter McPot back past Bigsy. Like I say, I think Potter just made a massive error. Probably a bit of off-track action which allowed Bigsy to come through. This has brought Simon O'Neill back into this fight as well. Cutler, he's just having a bit of a nightmare. He's now 13.3 seconds back. So struggling Autopolis tonight. So over to the Pro-Ams. We've got Dan leading the way in 9th. He's got 2 seconds over Zach now. So Zach well out of that slipstream range. Boumilar just out of the slipstream range as well in 11th. So unable to close the gap. Very similar gap back to Thunderrat as well, 1.8, 1.8. And then Graham Reed's 8 seconds back. So about 2 minutes left on the clock. Pav still holding that lead. Luke Doherty has chopped a big chunk out of it though. Oh, I did see it down to 2.2 seconds. So on board with Luke Doherty as he tries to hunt down Pav 46 in front through this awkward first turn. Again pulling in 2/10 through there for Luke Doherty Wales. Pav definitely visibly closer. Little purple sector there for Luke. Yeah, definitely closing in on Pav in front. So another 2/10 out of his time through the hairpin sector. Gap down to 2 seconds then. He's got a minute to try and make this work. He's a little bit too far back for any more positions at the minute. Losing a bit of time through there. Making time up over 3rd and 4th, so 4-second gap back to 3rd place Carter Boy. Ollie O'Neill still piling the pressure on, although in a good position at the minute, right on Carter Boy's tail as they head down to turn 1. Carter Boy holding the inside line. Whether that benefits him, I don't know. It's an awkward corner to get right. Side by side then, Ollie O'Neill and Carter Boy. Ollie O'Neill trying to run him around the outside. That's a brave move through turn one. Well executed by Ollie O'Neill. He's still side by side just about. Through turn two. Carter Boy will hold the line into turn three. Ollie O'Neill's going to run him around the outside again. Does he keep the line into turn four? No, he doesn't. He has to chuck himself into the wake of Carter Boy in third then. So it's looking good for Ollie O'Neill. Looking to go for a bit of a switchback. Carter Boy's aware of it. Just slams the anchors on in the apex. You're not coming through there, mate. So we're over the 15-minute mark. We've got Pav leading the way. Luke Doherty has pulled that time down to 1.5 seconds, I just saw on the clock there. So just his final turn to go. Nice and calm from Pav. It doesn't matter if he loses a tenth or two now. So another good result for Pav, taking the pole position and then taking the win in race one. Luke Doherty Wales comes home in second. Good race from Luke. Carter Boy holds on to third, then Ollie O'Neill not managing to get past him to take that fourth. Pottimer Pot is going to come home fifth. He's managed to fend off Bigsy and Simon O'Neill for that fifth possession as well. So Bigsy sixth, Simon O'Neill seventh. Cutler's going to come home in eighth position. Yeah, not had a great race as Cutler, 13.5 seconds back. So Dan managed to get across the line then for the Pro-Ams. So he takes the ninth position spot and takes the win in the Pro-Am race one. Zach takes second in the Pro-Ams. Boomilar it takes third. Thunderat takes fourth. And Graham Reed takes fifth in the Pro-Ams. So I think we're just still waiting for Dan just to come across the line. Here's the last driver out on track to cross the line. Ooh. Now playing silly beggars because he knows he can. We better see a great big handbrake across the line from you, Dan, or it won't be him. Hey, there we go. He went for a little bit of a J-turn, love it. So, race one done. Good results for Pav. Unfortunately, Potter joined in late. Put him at the back of the pack. He did manage to fight his way through, but not quite as far as he'd like. How the hell have I managed that? There we go. I think everyone enjoyed that race. Burnt Fry, what do you mean you forgot what time it was? What do you mean? So, Burnt Fry in for race two then. So that jams up the lobby, does it? Oh, I think we've got one more space left. Yeah, I think we've got one more space left, 15 or 16, that's right. We did lose Conrad, didn't we? So, is Conrad not sticking about for race two then? Not looking likely. No, he's actually left the lobby, so no Conrad in race two. Not sure what happened to him. I didn't see any shenanigans this week. I think the lockdown's messing with everyone's head, Burnt Fry. Graham Reed's complaining about his speed. I know the cars can be slightly jiggled with, so... Yeah, Luke Doherty Wales just saying, Pav, a few more laps and I would have been right behind you. Yeah, he closed that gap up pretty damn quick actually, Luke. Yeah, a few minutes. I would have thought probably about 20 past 9 we'll start race 2. Reverse grid of race 1. Slightly different format. It's a reverse grid, but the pros and the pro-ams do start separately. The pros at the start and the pro-ams at the back. Again, just to stop those first corner shenanigans, which always seems to happen. And we've also got tyre wear set at times 10 now, and fuel depletion set at times 5. They don't start with a full tank of gas, so they will definitely have to pit. Yeah, I'm not sure whether Graham needs to buy the upgrades for his car or something, make it, I don't know, can't remember. Like I say, I think you can tune a little bit in these lobbies. I know nothing about that, apart from slamming them to the ground and giving them more brake horsepower. That's about all they need from me. I'll tell you what though, people, it's a bit warm in here. I've not even got the old PC running because it's dead. That corner of my room is all dark and depressing at the minute. It would usually be lit up by some pretty RGBs. But it's causing me all sorts of problems. So Zach Blackwell then just saying in the chat that he's been testing his car at times 8 fuel, which would have been right for the Pro lobby, but we can't unfortunately split the settings, so we have to have one set of settings. And you can adjust within that setting, but for the fuel and tyre wear, they are set for both Pro and Pro-Am. Although when it comes to the tuning, like I say, the Pros can up their brake horsepower to 220 brake, whereas the Pro-Ams sit at 150 brake. No, the PC's not fixed tonight, mate. I'm doing it via direct via PlayStation, so no snazzy intros or outros or nothing like that. Yeah, I've just said it's sitting there all dark and depressed in the corner, not lit up and all glowy, full of RGBs and loveliness. No. And yes, Luke Doherty, that was a really good race. I'm glad you enjoyed it after last week's little debacle, shall we say. So any tyres between racing super softs and racing hards can be used in this one. No actual time yet. Oh yeah, okay. Couldn't have given us a 5-minute warning, probably about 3 minutes ago, actually. Yeah, some good racing in race 1. Hopefully we see a repeat in race 2. Might see Potter McPotmore in the action. Got Burnt Fly in the lobby as well now. So a couple more drivers to add into the Pro mix. Still the same amount of drivers for the Pro-Ams. But still some good battling between them. So we're not far off starting the race. Colour just saying, can everyone get to track so we can actually set the grid? So this man here making it for race 2. 15 seconds late for race 1, mate. Blackwell 411 getting a few little practice laps in. Carter boy as well, Pav 46, a lot of the boys out on track actually. That should be what's happening. Ollie O'Neill just saying, can you set the grid manually? The Pros and then the AMs, that's exactly what's happening. But the Pros will be at the front even though it is a reverse grid. The Pros will be reverse grid but at the front, and the Pro-Ams will be reverse grid but at the back. Like I say, that just stops any first corner shenanigans with the faster Pro drivers or Pro cars having to battle their way past the Pro-Am guys into turn 1. It's guaranteed it'll be chaos if they did that. So we have tried it before. I think we tried it last season, joint lobbies, and it became a little bit of carnage as the Pro boys were trying to actually battle their way through. I think that was Tokyo, and you and I know there's not a lot of places to get past in Tokyo without causing some carnage. No runoff. It's concrete or steel, one way or the other. Burnfry then doing his usual driftathon. Bottom report, thought I'll have some of that. Getting it all wrong. So you will see one or two of the drivers trying the old Driftomatic in the minis. Dr. Wales, good result in race 1. Let's see if he can make anything of race 2. Graham Reed's complaining about the speed of his car. Let's see if he benefits from anything in race 2 as well. He'll start from the front of the grid in the the Pro-Ams. Burnfry still messing about with his car, causing Graham Reeds to go off track. Burnfry. Cutler then still trying to figure that grid out. Looking right, Bigsy, Ollie O'Neill and Boomilar. Still seeing this one out in the pits as well. So Burnfry starting on the mediums, although devastated mediums at the minute. That'll be through the drift shenanigans he's been trying to put on. So yeah, tyre wear and fuel depletion on in this race, not in race 1. So a bit more strategy. Ah, there you go. Simon, get on track or you're at the back. Is he in? Yes, he is. Ollie, you'll be going to bed with no supper. Carry on talking like that. Zach Blackwell, do you want me to put a sponsor link on my channel to your clothing line, perhaps? I could do that. Oh, might cost you a shirt. A pair of gloves. Oh, oh dear. Gloves and shirt. Sort that cough out. So if Graham Reeds has got his car sorted out, if anyone's given him any tips or advice in the brake to tweak that Mini a little bit, it's got to be. I'm thinking that's Burnfry. There we go. Look. I don't even have to look. I just know that if there's screeching and a squealing going on in the middle of a race, then it's Burnfry. There he is, look. Wiggling, just because he's on camera. Give us a flash of your lights, Burnfry. Don't crash into the wall. There you go, little flash of the lights. That's enough of you now. Far too much camera time for you, Mr. Burnfry. So not sure why we're still waiting on grid order to be set. Right, okay, looks like Cutler's about ready to start race 2 then. There it is, 10 seconds, we're into race 2. Let's see how everyone gets on. Oh, Zach Blackwell getting the hairpin totally wrong. Here we go then. So the pros, like I say, will start at the front but reverse grid. The Pro-Ams will start at the back but reverse grid. So Cutler leads the way then in race 2. Simon O'Neill second, Bigsy third, Potter fourth, Ollie fifth, Carter Boy sixth, Luke in seventh, Pav in eighth, Burnfry in ninth due to not making race 1. And we've we've got Graham Reeds leading the way for the Pro-Ams. Thunderrat second for Pro-Ams, Boomilar third, Dan in fifth, and Blackwell in sixth. So they're away. It's a clean start as well. Let's get ourselves up to the front, make sure we're not missing anything. Cutler hugging that inside line then, trying not to lose the position into turn one. Biggsy's got a good line though. Oh, lucky he didn't clip the back end of Cutler there and send him off track, so the Pro boys starting to peel away from the Pro-Ams then already. Zach Blackwell didn't get a great start. He's way off the pace at the minute at the back of the pack. So Cutler leading the way, 0.7 of a second currently as he heads into the hairpin for the first time in race 2. Bigsy holding on to second, being pressured by Potter McPop in third. Ollie O'Neill and Carter Boy side by side as they head out of the hairpin towards this left-hander. Ollie O'Neill winning out on that one at the minute. Top 5 starting to pull away a little bit. Luke Doherty Wales in 6th. Oh, who's that? Burnt right off track in the background. He's just got himself back on track. Not sideways either, so good recovery from Burnt Fry. Lost a bit of time, but kept it pointing in a straight line. And then to the back of the pack, so the Pro-Ams, Thunderrat leading the way. And we've got Dan up into second or 10th. Graham Reeds in third. What's happened to Pav? Why is Pav all the way back here? Looks like Pav's had off-track action. He's now got to battle his way all the way through the Pro-Ams and get his way at least onto the back of the Pros. And yeah, Zach Blackwell. Oh, sorry, it's not. It's Boomilar. It's Boomilar all the way at the back. Not sure what happened to Boomilar. I thought it was Blackwell. I think it might have been. And then maybe Boomilar's had a bit of off-track action as well. So up to the front then. Bigsy takes the lead. What's happened to Cutler? Cutler's dropped down to 4th position at the minute. Potter McPop putting the pressure on Bigsy for that first position though. He's got the outside line into this long left-hander. Can he run it around the outside of Bigsy and hold it as he headed towards the final turn? He's done it. Potter McPop snuck through into P1. He's got the inside line into the final turn as well. So through the little kink then. Up the hill towards where you would peel off left to go around the hairpin there on the long track, but turn right here for the short track. So Potter McPop then holds on to that P1. Carter Boy P2 now. Bigsy pushed down into P3. Ollie O'Neill P4. Cutler in P5. Got Luke Doherty. He has closed the gap up. He's into P6. Simon O'Neill P7 and Burnt Fry in P8. Pav's only 1.6 seconds back off this fight in the minute. 5 seconds off the lead of this race, so a bit of work to do for Pav to do in race 2. Thunderrat still leading the Pro-Ams. So through that first awkward turn, Dan in second, Zach in third, Graham Reeds 4th, and Boomilar now 5th. Slowly closing up on Graham Reeds by the look of it, not that far back. So Potter McPop then taking the lead. Carter Boy now putting the pressure on Potter. So Potter out on the race in softs, Carter Boy also out on the race in softs. O'Neill's softs as well, Cutler out on the softs. Bigsy's out on the softs, but he's absolutely devastated those. Let's just flip back to Cutler's. We look at Cutler's tyre wear. There's hardly any on the same tyre. Bigsy then going for a move down the inside of Cutler, taking that position back, looking to 4th then for Bigsy. Cutler pushed down into 5th. Like I say, strategy plays a big part in these races, second race especially. So Bigsy leading a pack of 4 down the start-finish straight. Cutler right behind him. Luke Doherty having to go defensive from Simon O'Neill to hold on to that 7th. Burnt Fry and Pav then just lurking in the background, slowly closing in on these. Pav's made a bit of time actually. He was about 5.1 back, he's only 4.5 now, so putting the work in at the minute, Pav. Thunderrat still leading Pro-Ams, Dan in second, Zach in third, Graham in 4th, and Boomilar in 5th. So gap starting to develop in the Pro-Ams. We've got 2.2 there between those two. We've got Zach slowly closing in on Dan for that second position in the Pro-Ams. What's that gap? 0.7 of a second. Okay, we'll come back and check out on that in a minute. So Graham Reed's in 13th then. He's got about a 2-second gap in front to Zach, and he's got about a 2-second gap to Boomilar as well behind. So Carter Boy then has got past Potter McPot to take the lead of this race. Potter McPot sticking in the slipstream, going for a move down the inside, now the outside. There's a bit of swerve in there, I think, from Carter Boy, trying to block that move off from Potter. It looked like there was 1 or 2 moves across that track instead of just the one, as we would expect. So Potter in second now then. Carter Boy having to go defensive. Is Potter going to try and lunge down the inside? Not quite able to do it through there. Putting all sorts of pressure on Carter Boy though. Ollie O'Neill right there with him. Cutler in 4th. Cutler's 1.2 seconds back, so he was leading this race. So Carter Boy runs wide, allows Potter McPot to sneak through. Ollie O'Neill's going for a move, but unable to do it. Carter Boy holds on to that second. Carter Boy was just running it a bit deep through there. Might allow Ollie O'Neill to sneak through, but unable at the minute. Back onto this, piling the pressure on Potter McPot. Ollie O'Neill going for a slingshot around the outside of Carter Boy then into the final turn. Get the cut back, he's got his nose down the inside. Carter Boy cuts him right off though. So Potter McPot now got to fend off Carter Boy into turn 1. Boy's going to go move down the inside into turn 1. Does he outbrake himself? Does Potter running around the outside? He does, but Carter Boy will have the inside line into the next turn. That's a bit naughty, Carter Boy, trying to run Potter off track there by the look of it. Ollie O'Neill making the most of that though, dives down the inside of Potter and takes that second position. Now it's up to him to try and catch up with Carter Boy and get that position off him. McPot comes straight back at the hairpin though, down the inside on Ollie O'Neill. NGR Cutler's going to have some of that as well, but Ollie O'Neill will hold on to that position as he'll have the inside line into this next turn, although Cutler's managed to do the switch back on him and almost get a nose down the inside. So sticks himself up into 3rd at the minute, Cutler. Ollie O'Neill pushed down into 4th now. Wales slowly closing up on the 4 in front. He's right there with them now, in fact. So we come round to start lap 7. Carter Boy leads the way. Potter McPot 0.3 of a second back. Carter Boy comes in the pits this lap though. Allows Potter McPot to stay out, followed by Cutler, followed by Ollie, followed by Luke. So only Carter Boy coming in the pits that lap. Sorry, and Pav, he's decided to come in as well. So it just allows Potter to hold on to that lead. Ollie O'Neill 2nd, Cutler 3rd, Luke Doherty 4th now. Right involved in this fight is Luke. So Burnt Fry stopped out as well, but a few seconds back, as is Bigsy. Bigsy's tyres looking absolutely devastated. And they weren't looking good near the start of this race. And now looking really bad. You can see just unable to get around these corners without the car sliding. So Thunderrat stopped out as well on those softs. He's got a nice big gap over 2nd place in the Pro-Ams, so 4.7 second lead he's got currently over Zach Blackwell. Dan's there putting the pressure back on him though, so these two were close last race. Looks like going to stay close this race as well. So Carter Boy back out the pits with Pav, so Carter in 10th, Pav in 11th. They've got to get their way past the Pro-Am boys cleanly as well. Graham Reed's 12th, Boomilar in 13th, Simon O'Neill then. Oh, looks like Simon's had a bit of a mare. Yeah, struggling with those worn tyres, possibly been off track in turn 1. Lost a lot of time, has Simon. So, what's happened here? Has Potter McPot come in the pits? Yes, he has. So has Ollie O'Neill, so has Bigsy. So Luke Doherty stopped out, as has NGR Cutler. Side by side then through turn 3. Luke Doherty Doherty's got the inside line, but Cutler will have the inside line into the hairpin. Cutler's tyre wear on those softs is looking phenomenal compared to everyone else's. Doherty's not that bad though, he's out on the mediums as well actually. Flipping it, Luke. So you managed to catch up with the guys in front and stick it to them on a set of semi-worn mediums when they're around the softs. Fair play to you, my friend. Interesting to see what you can do when you've got the soft tyres on. So Bernd Price stopped out, he's 3.5 seconds back in third place currently, again yet to pit. That just promotes Thunder Rat up into fourth, but again all these positions will change when the Pro-Am boys have to come in for a pit stop as well. So Pav's back up into fifth after his early stop. Carter Boy sixth, Potter McPot seventh. Well in eighth, again yet to pit for the Pro-Ams. And again for the Pro-Ams yet to pit. Graham Reed's out on the mediums as well. So Ollie O'Neill and Bigsy trying to make their way past Graham Reed's cleanly down here. Oh, they're getting moved on. Graham Reed's coming in the pits anyway. So Bigsy up into 11th, Graham Reed's in the pits, Boubilar in 13th, just coming in the pits then, Graham Reed's coming in the pits, oh, just been on board with him, and Simon O'Neill, so been in the pits, back out, fresh set of racing softs, almost a full tank, but way off the pace at the minute. He's a full minute off of P1, who is actually Pav 46. So Pav 46 is out front, 2-second lead. Not as much fuel on board as everyone else, I don't think. Let's just flick to Potter. Potter holding just over half a tank. Pav got just over a quarter of a tank, so we'll see how that plays out for him as this race continues. 12 minutes in, so still a lot can happen. Potter will pop them 2.2 seconds back. He's managed to get himself back past Carter Boy. Not doing a bad job in fourth then, just fended off some of those pro drivers. NGR Cutler getting past in the end, up into fourth then. Thunder Rat pushed down into fifth. We see Thunder Rat come in the pits. He's got a fair chunk of fuel on board, so he'll stop out again. So Thunder Rat fifth, Zach yet to come in the pits as well in eighth. Sorry, what's up there? Why did it say he was fifth and then now he's eighth? So Cutler, Thunder Rat, Bernd Fry, here we go. So Bernd Fry in sixth, he's come out of the pits, fresh set of racing softs and just over half a tank. Luke Doherty Wales is on his tail though. Fresh set have gone for another set of mediums, has Luke Doherty, and a full tank of gas. We'll see how that plays out. He was quick with those mediums in the first race, so let's not count him out. He was quick on the mediums in the first stint in race 2 as well, so Ollie O'Neill then in 8th, Blackwell in 9th, Bigsy 10th, Dan in 11th, yet to pit still has Dan. Graham Reed has been in, half a tank, fresh set of racing softs. Boubilar racing mediums, 3/4 of a tank, down in 13th currently. And Simon O'Neill having a race of his own at the minute, 14 seconds down from Boubilar. Fresh set of racing softs and 3/4 of a tank currently. Reg GT, evening my friend, how you doing? Let's go and have a look at our mate Luke Doherty. Where's he gone? Pat Blam. Here he is, 7th, piling the pressure on Bernd Fry at the minute. I would assume he's back on his T300 because the Fanatec's not working very well, is it? They're not doing too bad a job with it. Piling the pressure on Pav for the win in race 1, but Pav holding out. Doherty did make a bit of a lunge at the end there, getting the time down from 3 seconds to 1.5 in the last couple of laps, so now piling the pressure on Bernd Fry for that 5th position. O'Neill in 7th behind him. Let's go and see what's happening up the front then. So Pav's managed to keep that 2.1 second lead. He's got less than a quarter of a tank on board though. Potter Pot with just under half a tank. Closing in on Pav as well. Cutler not far off Potter either, 0.7 of a second back. His tyres in a fantastic condition at the minute. Carter Boy in 4th then, not doing too bad a job at the minute. Burnfry and Luke Doherty battling it out for that fifth. The positions have just changed. Looks like they might change again down here. Burnfry's going to have to go slightly defensive to fend off Luke. So this is what Luke's seeing right now. The arse end of Burnfry's Mini as they head down towards turn 1. Again, awkward corner, hard on the brakes. You can't see the apex until it's literally on top of you. So running around the outside of Burnfry there. Holding the power as well. So just manages to get in front of Burnfry then. To 5th for Luke Doherty Wales. Like I say, he was quick in the first stint on those softs. It'll be interesting to see what he can do. Tiny little punt from behind from Burnfry. Intentional there though. A little love tap on the braking. Let's go and see what's happening to Pav. So that gap been reduced down to a second then. Pav's tyres and fuel absolutely depleted. Pot on a reasonable set of mediums with a quarter of a tank. He's got a bit of pressure from Cutler on the softs. Both of these drivers closing up on Pav 46 in front then, so Pav's probably going to come in the pits any second now. He does. Gets into the pits cleanly as well, so Potter holds on to P1 then. Will Cutler be able to get past him down into turn 1? Potter hugging that inside line. No way through there, Mr. Cutler. Whoa, great big jig from Mr. Cutler. Not sure what's happening there. Chico. So Cutler runs around the outside of Potter. Those soft tyres just working their wonders around there versus Potter's mediums. So Cutler takes the lead of the race then. Potter into second. Very similar fuel on board. Oh, sorry, Cutler's got half a tank, so Cutler's going to run massively long on these then. Potter's got a quarter of a tank. Semi-worn set of mediums. Carter Boy up into third then. Luke Doherty in fourth. So he's not managed to drop Burnfry yet, but looks like he's closing in on Carter Boy in front. 2.1 second the gap currently. Burnfry holding on to that fifth. He's just been overtaken by Luke Doherty. But sticking with him under no pressure at the minute from Ollie O'Neill. Ollie's 3 seconds back at current. And Biggsy's 8.5 seconds back in 7th. So Pav then comes back out the pits. Right at the back of the pros in 8th. He's got 20. What's he got? 21, 20, nearly 22 seconds to make up on P1. So jump to the pro abs. Thunderrat still leading. He's managed to fend off these other drivers behind. We've got Graham Reed's up into 10th then. Zach Blackwell's been in the pits for another fresh set of racing super soft. They're not going to last you very long, I don't think, Zach. He's got a fair chunk of fuel on board. Simon O'Neill then 12th, slowly battling his way back through the pro-ams. So down the inside of Zach, not quite through there. Just holding on to that position. Simon O'Neill should get the overtake done down here with the extra brake horsepower. You can see the difference in power. Ollie O'Neill just able to pull away. Zach Blackwell stick himself in the slipstream and try and stick with him. So Bubilar 13th and Dan now down in 14th position. Have we lost the driver? Cheers, Reg. Thanks a lot, mate. Glad you're okay as well. So let's go and see what's happening up the front. So Cutler then, after getting past Potter, he's managed to extend to 3.4 seconds already. Those soft tyres working wonders for him at the minute. Potter McPot on those half-worn mediums. He's not doing too well on fuel as well, so he's going to lose a bit of time when he comes in the pits. Luke Doherty up into third then. Again, half a tank. Racing medium's not looking too bad either. Managed to make a bit of a break from Burnfry, so a bit of breathing room for him. He's not got to worry about Burnfry doing anything daft. Or the Lunginator, or whatever his new nickname is. The Lunginator 3000, a Tron. Oh, it was Dive Bomber last time, wasn't it? not saying anything about your driving, Burnfry. So Ollie into 5th then. He's lost a bit of time to Burnfry though, 4.5 seconds back. So Pav in 6th. Again, I don't think he's got enough fuel to last him. So he might have to do a little bit of a splash and dash at the end. We'll wait and see on that one, but up into 6th currently, 7 seconds back from Ollie O'Neill. Potter McPot and Burnfry in the pits this lap though. So Cutler stopping out, Luke Doherty stopping out. Ollie O'Neill stopping out, although his mediums aren't going to last him very long. Oh, I thought he just got it sideways. Pav 46, so he's out on those softs again, just over a quarter of a tank, 9 minutes remaining on the clock. Carter Boy in 5th then. He's managed to get in front of Potter McPot in that little pit stint. Boy 5th, Potter McPot in 6th, then Burnfry also back out the pits for a set of racing softs, 7 seconds down. Bigsy now 11.8 seconds down, but he's coming under pressure from Thunderrat. So the Pro-Am driver. I think Bigsy has just been in the pit, so maybe he's just got past Thunderrat. Yeah, I think he's pulling away now. Has to be expected with the 70 extra brake horsepower on the pros cars. So Cutler comes into the pits now then. That allows Luke Doherty to take the lead of the race. Ollie O'Neill comes in behind Cutler as well for a bit of a pit stop. Does Pav hold on to that second, or will Cutler get released? Cutler gets released side by side with Pav, but Pav's going to have the racing speed, whereas Cutler's only going to have pit exit speed, so he has to stick himself into 3rd. Behind we've got Potter and Pot and Carter Boy side by side into turn 1. Carter Boy just holding on to that apex, not letting Potter slip down the inside there. So a bit of work for Potter to do. He is now 20 seconds down from race leader Luke Doherty. 7.5 minutes remaining. Will Luke Doherty have to pit in front? He's got just over half a tank. His tyres are looking a bit beaten up, but he's got a 12-second lead over Pav. That would possibly give him time to get in the pits, fresh set of tyres and back out and hold the lead. Even if he didn't hold the lead, he would be on the fresher tyres and be able to put the pressure back on Pav and possibly Cutler, although Cutler's not long come in. So Cutler in a good position to end this race. Going down the inside of Pav then. No contest there really on the fresher tyres for NGR Cutler. Pav knows he's beaten through there. Pav comes in for a late splash and dash. Yeah, I didn't think he would. I didn't think he got quite enough fuel on board to get that one done. So Luke Doherty then almost 12-second lead over Cutler now. Carter Boy and Potter McPot side by side again down this start-finish straight. Who's going to win out this time? It has got Potter down the front, but he goes for a totally different line through there. He's going for the cutback on Carter Boy. Again, Carter Boy just sticking his car in the middle of the track, saying, no, you're not having that. So Potter McPot goes for the other line, around the outside into turn 3. So just going for the cutback through there, so he gets it done, but unfortunately that just leaves Carter Boy on the inside for the next turn. Potter McPot going a little bit deep through there into the hairpin. Carter Boy also going deep, nearly chopping off Potter's nose on the exit. A little flash of the lights from Potter. So he's got half a second to try and gain on Carter Boy in front. Come back to that. So Doherty in the pits then. So he is going to come in for a fresh set of tyres. He's going to come out on some softs. Cutler then just coming down the start-finish straight. He will retake the lead. So Doherty is only going to come in for a set of tyres, and he'll be. Oh no, he is taking on more fuel as well. I don't think he needed to take on board fuel, Luke. 5 minutes left on the clock. I think you would have made that. Lose that position to Potter and Carter Boy here, unfortunately. Just getting in front before the first turn. Potter McPot does get a good drive out of that first turn. Compromised by Carter slightly slower exit speed. That just compromises Potter. He's then slowed down towards these next turns, which means he can't get past through there either. Again, he's going for a move down the inside, but that just leaves Carter Boy on the inside again. And now that's just causing him to run wide, which has allowed Luke Doherty almost to come through. Pot's got the inside of the line through the hairpin. Now side by side through this long left-hander. Looks like Luke Doherty's just got himself in front there. He's now making the move, trying to get past Carter Boy for that second position. So still unable to do it. Pot dropped off that fight a little bit. Doherty Wales going for a different line around the outside. Pot run massively deep through there. Is he looking for a different line on the exit? Faster speed? Yes, possibly. So he closes back up on those drivers. Has he got the power? He's closed right in now. I think Pot might be able to get this job done here. Whether he gets both of them, I don't know. Carter Boy then. That's not good for Carter Boy. You knew Pot was there and still you turned in. That's not good racing, mate. You should have your radar on for starters, so you must have seen Pot was there. It did look like you were just turning in to try and get into the slipstream of Luke Doherty, which is understandable, but let's not do it like that. If you're not getting it, you're not getting it. Neither of you are getting it. Deal with it. So Luke Doherty then. He's nice and safe out on his own at the minute in second position. Cutler's 8.7 seconds up the road in first. Luke Doherty in second. Ollie O'Neill in third. Carter Boy fourth. Pot fifth. A little bit of pressure from Burnt Fry. Par 46 then, unable to get very far in race 2. 7th position currently. 3 minutes left on the clock. Bigsy in 8th. So best of races in race 2 has Bigsy. Sitting out the back, Thunderrat then, he's had quite a comfortable race in the Pro-Ams, out front pretty much the whole length of the race, keeping a straight line, Thunderrat. He's got 17.2 second lead over Zach Blackwell. Simon O'Neill's not managed to get past him yet either. Graham Reed's in 12th, Boomy Law in 13th. Doesn't look like Dan's having a great race at Autopolis either. Possibly a track he's never driven before by the look of it. Braking points, turning points all wrong. It can be an awkward course if you're not used to it, this one. Nice and deep through the hairpin. So Cutler then, 7.2 lead over Luke Doherty. 2 minutes left on the clock. I don't think Luke Doherty's within any chance of making any moves on Cutler for that one. 7.5 seconds, nice and cleanly around the outside of Dank BL there. Sorry, you don't like calling me Dank. Dan Butcher Lord. Ollie O'Neill in third. Big gaps developed either side of him. He's got 5 seconds of run to Luke, 5 seconds back to Pot. Pot is coming under a bit of pressure from Burnt Fry though. Potter's racing soft's looking a bit worn, as are Burnt Fry's. Potter holding slightly less fuel, so we'll be able to run a bit quicker. A half a second gap down there. Slipstream starting to come into effect for Burnt Fry now. Slowly closing back in on Potter. I think he's a little bit too far back to get anything done into turn 1. So Par 46, 3.2 seconds back from Burnt Fry. He's into 6. What's happened to Carter Boy? Oh, Carter Boy's been in a fresh set of racing soft and a blob of fuel right at the end of this race. That's wrecked his race at the minute. He's got 7 seconds to try and make up on 6th place Pav. That's a tall order to do with a minute left on the clock. This will become last lap. Oh, not for Cutler, it won't. Oh, he's run himself a bit wide through there though. 6.8 seconds, so losing a bit of time to Luke Doherty behind. Luke obviously putting everything he can into this mini to try and catch up to Cutler in front. 2 good results for Luke Doherty, 2 second places at the minute. O'Neill third again, having a good race. Pot fourth, pulled a bit more time over Burnt Fry. Burnt Fry in 5th. Pav in 6th. Oh, Pav's only 1.8 seconds, 1.6 seconds back from Burnt Fry. Burnt Fry, you better be careful. There's Burnt Fry just going around that turn there. But they are coming across the line with 3 seconds left, so I don't think anything's going to happen here. Pav gets another lap in. So Cutler's through for another lap then. 5.8 seconds his lead. Doherty unable to get that gap down enough to put the pressure on Cutler for the win. Holding on to second at the minute. Potts still holding on to 3rd position. So losing out to Carter Boy, but then Carter Boy having to pit anyway. So promotes Potter back up into 3rd. Through the bit of contact, they were putting the pressure on Luke Doherty for that second, and unfortunately it just cost them both. So Potter in 3rd, Burnt Fry in 4th. So putting the pressure back on Potter, but like I say, he's got Pav 46 in the background. Ollie O'Neill's there as well. Carter Boy has already finished the race. Bigsy's finished the race. Thunder Rat's finished the race. Cutler's now finished the race. Sorry, I've missed Cutler coming across the line. That was unprofessional of me. So Cutler takes the win. Luke Doherty takes 2nd. Potts just coming around the final turns now. He's going to come home and take 3rd position. Another handbrake off these lot. It's a train of handbrakes. Here we go. Potter, Burnt Fry, Pav, great big handbrakes. Ollie O'Neill across the line as well. Love it, love it, love it. Dan BL. Almost, Dan. Almost. So they're going to disappear. I'll come back to them. Cutler taking the win then in race 2. He'll be happy with that. Didn't have a great race 1. Ended up at the back of the pack. Right, let's have a look at the results then. So Cutler takes the win. Luke Doherty comes home in 2nd. Really good race from Luke tonight in both races. Potter McPott in 3rd. Burnt Fry in 4th. Pav 46 in 5th. Ollie O'Neill in 6th. Carter Boy 7th. Bigsy 8th. Thunder Rat coming home to take the win for the Pro-Ams. Simon O'Neill 10th, but in the Pros. So not having a great race tonight for Simon. Zach Black taking 2nd in the Pro-Ams. Sorry mate, I keep calling you Zach Black, but you know, it just rolls off the tongue. It's either that, it's either Zach Black or Blackwell 411. Choice is yours. Graham Reeds takes 3rd then in the Pro-Ams. Boomilar 4th, and unfortunately Dan not having the best of races tonight. Like I say, I don't think he knew the track very well tonight. Comes home in 14th. And we did lose a driver from the first race as well. So there are your results for round 5 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. I hope you've all enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, give it a subscribe. You know what's coming next. Well, no you don't, because I've not done it yet. Tomorrow night I'm back at 8:30 for the Mini Challenge UK series. So that's some of these drivers you've seen here tonight will be taking on some of the other drivers you've been seeing here tonight. So that is Real World Mini Challenge UK drivers taking on some of the sim races tonight. I think you will see where have they gone? Where have they gone? Blackwell 411 and Dan KBL 23. You'll see both of those in the lobby tomorrow night, along with Potter, Cutler, and maybe Pav. I'm not too sure. Maybe Burnt Fry. We'll see. But that's tomorrow night, 8:30. And then I'm back Wednesday, 8:30 again for the Team versus Team GR3 event. I've yet to catch up with last week's because PC and death and murder and stuff. But yes, I'm going to catch up with that either tomorrow, excuse me, or Wednesday. And then yes, Team versus Team on Wednesday, and then Thursday night we've got the GR2 starting for P1. That's going to be a 9 o'clock start. I'm not too sure of the format of that. I'll pull up the details and let you guys know tomorrow or Wednesday before that starts. Then Sunday for the P1RC's GR3 League as well. And then back Monday for the following round of this. And that's about it. So yeah, I hope you liked what you watched. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.